I believe there's plenty of evidence that they have collected some content, at least on phone calls, and on emails they collected content from the beginning, and there's quite a bit of evidence on that.
Okay.
Including my own personal experience.
Do you care to get into that at all?
I can do that, yes. I was, when Bill Binney first came to me, he told me about the collection of both email and phone calls, and then actually I and some other staffers were briefed on one line of collection of emails in early March of 2002, about a month before I retired. And they were, and at that briefing, they also discussed that they were doing 3 hops. I don't know if you have gotten into this. And what this means is that they were going way out to collecting a lot of information. So if a foreign person contacted a U.S. person, they would collect not only that conversation, but one hop beyond that, which is to the next person, to the person who in the U.S. who he called, and that's one hop. And then the second hop is who the people he called in turn, and then a third hop to whom all those people also called. This involves, mathematically, this involves a huge number of people, especially when you get out to the third hop. And Chris Inglis, the deputy director of NSA, finally admitted last week that they were actually collecting sometimes out to the third hop. Well, I know they had said before only the second hop. So, and I knew from my briefing that it was way out to the third hop. So I know they're collecting even phone content out to the third hop, at least on sometimes, and he admitted it.
You also know they're lying because they said for a long time they weren't doing that, and in fact they were.
And that's my...
Yeah. They lie. I mean, they lie all the time.
Diane, that's my real problem, is that they've already proven themselves to be liars. Mm-hmm. And so, they've already been caught in these lies, and they've said, no, we're not doing that. Oh, okay, well, yes, we are doing that, but we're not doing the really bad stuff. Well, wait a minute. Why should I believe you? You have absolutely no credibility.
I absolutely agree with you on that. I do not understand why the committee goes only to these people who are defending their own record and doesn't call in any of the critics, any of the other people. I just don't understand it. They don't ask tough questions. Even the House Judiciary Committee asked tough questions last week. But
I think... Go ahead.
The House and Senate Intelligence Committees have been in the forefront of defending this. They have defended it far more than President Obama has.
Diane, I have been, I think you were on the set with me when we had a conversation, and it was after the show, and all 5 of you were there, and I said, so how does this stop? And you all kind of came to the conclusion that it doesn't, because everybody's hands have blood on it, and you're never going to be able to convince people to give up the power that they have. I think there's another set of things that really very concerning to me, and that is if the NSA, the NSA becomes Herbert Hoover, and if they have all of the information on our elected officials, all they have to say is, I don't think that's coming out. I don't think you're going to stand against it. Do you think that kind of stuff is happening yet?
Oh, yes, I do believe. You mean J. Edgar Hoover, I think.
Yeah, J. Edgar, yeah.
Yes, I do believe that is happening. It's being used for political purposes. It was used against the 5 of us for political purposes. We had done nothing wrong. They came after us and tried to find anything they could to get us in jail.
Do you believe that...
And they searched for 7 years.
Do you believe that Snowden is a patriot or a criminal?
I believe he is a patriot, at least in part. I believe his revelation of domestic surveillance was absolutely, it could save the Republic. Let me say that. I believe the Republic is at risk with this program. There is no way you can remain free when the government has a dossier on almost every citizen in the country.
No.
Mm-hmm. Over time, we will lose our freedom. and we're already losing it. But on the other hand, I believe he went too far. Mm-hmm. He obviously believes that it was unethical for us to do to our to collect on our allies, and he has selectively released some of that.
If he would have, I think if he would have just left it at domestic and said, "Look, I have more, but I'm not going to release anything that hurts our country. I'm just trying to protect America. You just need to know that this is happening on a grand scale." I think he wouldn't have lost support.
Yeah, I think he would go down in history as an absolute hero.
Yeah.
If he had confined it to that.
And if I may, because I have a break we have to take, and Diane, I appreciate. We're gonna, if you don't mind, I'd like to publish some of your notes and put them up on the Blaze that you sent after the interview yesterday, because I think
sure you can do that. And
thank
you can use them anytime you want yourself.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I think that you are going to be remembered, the five of you, when all is said and done, as at least watchmen on the tower. And I hope that we get to the point to where you are all remembered as heroes for the stand and courageous stand you have taken during the Bush administration. And it has only gotten worse. God only knows what the next administration will do with the power that they have. Diane, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.